हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, मैं हूं जुबैर सैफी एंड आई वेलकम यू टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल ऑरेटर इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंग्लिश। आज मैं आपके लिए लेकर आया हूं एक और वीडियो जो बेसिकली बनाई गई है टीजीटी पीजीटी के इंटरव्यूज को देखते हुए। इससे पहले मैं एक वीडियो बना चुका हूं जिसमें हमने डिस्कस किए थे उन 8 स्टेप्स को जो इंटरव्यू में जाने से पहले आपको ध्यान रखने थे। वो वीडियो आपने नहीं देखी है तो वो ऊपर आई बटन है, उस पर क्लिक कीजिए और वो वीडियो आपके सामने खुलकर आ जाएगी। इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे उन 8 सवालों को जो सिर्फ एक इंग्लिश के टीचर से पूछे जा सकते हैं। ये सवाल स्पेसिफिकली इंग्लिश के कैंडिडेट्स के लिए ही हैं। आप इन सवालों को सुनिए और इनके जवाब को तैयार रखिए क्योंकि ये सवाल आपके सामने इंटरव्यू में आ ही जाएंगे। इसके अलावा हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो भी बनाएंगे जिसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि इंग्लिश के कैंडिडेट्स ग्रामर के किन टॉपिक्स को पढ़े इंटरव्यू में जाने से पहले। इसके अलावा हम एक 4th वीडियो भी बनाएंगे जिसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि लिटरेचर में क्या पढ़ा जाए और लिटरेचर के किन टॉपिक्स को उठाया जाए ताकि आप इंटरव्यू में गच्चा ना खा जाए। चलिए मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। आप इस वीडियो को लास्ट तक देखिएगा और सभी कैंडिडेट्स के साथ शेयर जरूर करिएगा।
Here are 10 common interview questions that English teachers are asked, as well as how you can prepare for them so that you come across as confident, professional, and competent. Number 1. Can you tell me a little about yourself? It's safe to assume that every interview will start with this question. And while it seems like a straightforward question to answer, your interviewer probably doesn't want to hear about your astrological sign or how pizza is your favorite food. Instead, they want to know more about your personality and how it relates with your position you are applying for. By asking this question, your interviewer really wants to know about the skills you have that are relevant to the job. For this reason, you need to frame your answer in a way that tells them you are qualified for this particular position. Number 2, why do you want to be a teacher? This is another common interview question and is one that a lot of unprepared people answer wrong. If your interviewer asks you why you want to be a teacher or why you want this job particularly, you need to construct your answer in a way that shifts the focus from you onto the job itself. You never want to answer this question by saying you simply want a job, that the pay is good, or because you want to travel abroad. Instead, focus on answer that really let the interviewer know that teaching is your passion. Tell them that you enjoy helping people or that you want to use your skills to empower students by teaching them how to succeed in an English speaking environment. Number 3. What is the best way to teach English? If you are asked this question during your interview, there is a good chance that you are being asked a trick question. That's because there is no the best way to teach English. People learn differently, and what works for one student might not be the best approach for another. For this reason, you shouldn't answer this question by talking about specific teaching methods like drilling vocabulary or reading and writing. Instead, answer the question by saying the best way to teach English is to create a number of different activities to appeal to various types of learning styles. That way, everyone can understand and enjoy your lessons. Number 4. What is a challenge you have faced in the classroom? You will want to be careful when answering this question. If you talk about being unable to control problem students, your interviewer may think you have poor classroom management skills. Rather than speak about academic challenges, you have had with particular students. Talk about actual classroom challenges like teaching without state of the art technology, using outdated books, or having under resourced classrooms. Also, make sure that you spin your answer into a success story. An example would be teaching at a school that had minimum resources and how your solution was to create your own props, flashcards and other teaching aids with paper and markers. एंड अगर आपने ये सारी बातें बताई कि आपने किस तरह से उन चीज़ों को मैनेज किया तो इंटरव्यूअर डेफिनेटली आपसे खुश हो जाएगा। लेकिन कोई ऐसी बात मत बताइएगा जो आपके निगेटिव में चली जाए। नंबर 5, what are some successful teaching methods you use? A good way to answer this question is to focus on creating lessons that involve a multitude of different activities that get your students talking and participating in class. The goal here is to showcase your versatility so your interviewer knows that your teaching methods extend beyond worksheets and textbook activities. To do this, you can mention some of the following teaching methods: in class debates and presentations, role-playing exercises, arts and crafts activities, teaching with television and music. Number 6. How do you handle a problem student? As a teacher, you will encounter problem students from time to time. Your interviewer understands that, which is why they are not interested in whether you have had problem students, but how you have handled them. When answering this question, don't focus on being punitive. Instead, talk about how easy a student has the potential to excel in English, how problem students aren't being engaged properly, and how devoting more time to helping them overcome their challenges motivates them to participate in the classroom and not to be disruptive. Number 7. How do you make sure your students understand you? Having your students understand you is an important part of being a teacher of English. That's why you should answer this question in a way that shows the interviewer you go the extra step to check your students' understanding. One way to do this is to elicit responses from your students instead of spoon feeding them definitions. With the help of concept check questions and instruction check questions, you can access your students' understanding without directly asking them questions. Number 8. Why do you think students need to learn English? How to answer this question will help your interviewer gauge what you think your students' needs and expectations are. For this reason, you shouldn't give a brief answer talking about how English is everywhere. Instead, focus on how learning English can empower your students. For example, traveling abroad becomes much easier once you are able to speak English, since it's a global language. There might be situations where hotels, airports, or tourist attractions don't have a native speaker in your student's first language, but there's a greater possibility that an English speaker will be available. तो आप इस तरह के कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स देकर बता सकते हैं कि आपके स्टूडेंट्स इंग्लिश क्यों सीखना चाहते हैं और आप इंग्लिश के टीचर क्यों बनना चाहते हैं और आप क्यों इंग्लिश को एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं और आप क्यों चाहते हैं कि आप आने वाली पीढ़ी को इंग्लिश सिखा सकते हैं।
सो आई होप आपको ये सभी क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गए हैं। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बहुत जल्द। आपका इंटरव्यू दिसंबर के फर्स्ट वीक में होने के पूरे चांसेस हैं। मिलते हैं जल्दी ही और जुड़े रहिए। बाय बाय। 4 काम जरूर करिएगा, लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब।